Now I'm not in Egypt. Now I am not in the New York either. And I am not in Venice. This is not the real Rialto Bridge. And I am not in Paris. So where I am, as you see here, I am in Las Vegas, Nevada. Here behind me, Planet Hollywood, and here, of course, Bellagio. And today I will tell you where poverty comes from and where prosperity comes from. So, see you in the next part. Where does poverty come from? And the answer is poverty doesn't come from anywhere. This is the natural state of things. This is the default state. This is the state if you don't do anything, then you have poverty. But you need to ask yourself the question where prosperity comes from. And only if you ask this question and you answer this question, you will be able to be prosperous and to create wealth. And the question about poverty is the question that socialists ask themselves. And the question about prosperity is the question that capitalists ask themselves. And socialists, they are interested in the ways to divide a given cake. They assume the cake has a certain size and you need to find a way to divide it up in most fair way. So they would like to take wealth that is created by some people and transfer that wealth, or take them away the money, the wealth, and give that wealth to other people. But what politicians should be interested in and should be thinking about, and what actually capitalists and the entrepreneurs are thinking about, is how to make the cake bigger, how to increase the size of the cake and not how to divide it up in between other people. So if you think of increasing the cake, you will create wealth. And why I'm talking about that from Las Vegas, Nevada? Why I'm talking about that from here? Because if you know the history of the city, this city is created in the middle of the Nevada desert, in the middle of nowhere. And 100 years ago, there was nothing in the area where I am here. It was just a ranch with some poor farmers. They didn't have anything, they didn't have much. So if socialists were at the helm at that time, at, in the power, they would be thinking how to divide up that poverty between even more poor people, how to share the, so to say, the wealth, the humble wealth of the farmers here. Because it was desert, there was nothing. But fortunately, there were capitalists around in that area, and they bought out the land, they created this city and started to invest here to attract capital, to attract entrepreneurial people, to invest, to build these beautiful buildings and create one of the top 10 tourist attractions in the world. Millions of people come here every year for entertainment, for, of course, also gambling. Independently of what you may think about Las Vegas, this is big business. Every successful singer, every successful entertainer, magician wants to be here. If he can perform here in Las Vegas, then he has made it in his life. Then this is the high point in his career as an artist. And Las Vegas has the most 5 diamonds hotels in the world. This is like the density of capital here in this town of the hotels sky, it's just mind-blowing. The hallmarks you have seen in the beginning of that video, it's everything within maybe 2 miles on the Las Vegas Strip. So Las Vegas is the best example of how wealth is created. Wealth is created not by waiting and by dividing up the wealth of others, by trying to find a way to somehow divide up poverty, but it is made only by creating wealth, by doing business, by building, by creating companies, real estate, by creating value. And one of the billionaires in my book, The $1 Billion Secret, Narayana Murthy, who built the largest software company in the world called Infosys, told me that you can't create wealth by sharing poverty. And Las Vegas is the best example for that principle. So if you like this video, give me a thumb up. If you don't, of course, thumb down. Subscribe if you haven't. Share this video with your friend, with your loved ones. One day they will thank you for that. I talk here a lot about economy, about money, about entrepreneurship, about the best entrepreneurs in the world, how self-made billionaires in our world think and act. So if you like this video, you will certainly like my other videos. I invite you to watch them. I wish you a fantastic day today. Let's do something extraordinary today.